Welcome back YouTubers to my channel of an everyday life of an Aspie. If you're following me right now and you're new to my channel, I'm Aspie. I'm all about creating mental health and awareness, which is sharing my life stories with suspicious syndrome and the like. I also share some health and awareness series, obviously with tips and tricks along the way of some coping methods and techniques that might be of use to you, as well as just tips and advice in general, just to how to deal with your everyday personal struggles of these mental health disorders that you may come across, or just general everyday struggles that you go through in your everyday life, and through these Beauty from Ashes playlistings that may come up now and again. It has brought to my attention, as I said before, that I'm hoping to try at least bring out as many of my mental health disorders, even though we know that there is plenty out there of information out there, but I'm hoping to share my insight about it. And just to bear in mind before I continue that I am no medical doctor. As a disclaimer, I'm just a normal everyday Joe blogs, just minding my own business, doing my own thing. So without further ado guys, basically this one's going to be all about how to overcome panic attacks. These are going to be split into 3 parts. So the first part is going to be covered as number 1, stopping a panic attack in the moment, number 2, changing your lifestyle, and number 3, looking into long-term solutions. So let's begin this. As we know, basically with panic attacks, sometimes it comes and goes, and we sometimes tend to question to why it's happening and how it's happening and all the rest of it, of the questions that runs through our minds every day, all day. As we know, panic attacks are usually sudden episodes of intense fear and anxiety of whatever it may be, arising around us, or so to speak, so that we know exactly what we think. We tend to think that we are in danger when we're not, when these panic attacks comes on, but many people may think it's all in our heads when we are experiencing these, but these are real, as I said, because obviously we need to know the warning signs and symptoms before we basically make that pre-judgment call of it all. You may perceive danger, however, when there is no danger present around you or just present in this day and age. A panic attack can be very scary for many people who does experience these, and as well as it may be scary for the one that are actually witnessing it of their loved one, going through it all, and they're not knowing basically what they're doing or how they can approach this in a thoughtful manner. So that's where I hopefully come in and actually share some tips and tricks along the way. As you know, if they occur irregularly, however, panic attacks can become so debilitating to the point that it will really disrupt us in our everyday lifestyle and in our everyday life of whatever we're doing. Sometimes it just makes us, not want to do much at all. Sometimes we just feel like it's crippling us to the point that we just don't want to go outside and just enjoy the sunshine, or go outside to smell the roses, or whatever it may be. But obviously, if you are suffering from these frequent attacks, however, there are many ways to overcome them. In the moment, work on your breathing, relaxing and focusing your, breathing and relaxation techniques that, as I've mentioned before. Focus your attention elsewhere, so it's not obviously on the panic attack at that given moment. Obviously, find yourself a distraction somehow, regardless what it may be. Find something you enjoy, and hopefully it will come to pass. Talk to a doctor or therapist for a long-term treatment plan, and then obviously making sure that you make certain lifestyle changes like eating healthier to help manage your stress. But more on this uptake when I break down these into 3 parts. So, as I said, method 1, stopping a panic attack in the moment. Right, we need to realize that, as I said, panic attacks basically can be scary, as I said before. So therefore we need to know what's going down with us there and then. So for that to be in mind, maybe we need to separate ourselves from the circumstance, or maybe a particular someone basically that's causing us to have that panic attack, or what have you. Certain panic attacks can just occur in wrong places at the wrong time too, but it's all about managing and doing the best we can. So if you're in a busy place like work, school, or out in public, however, in the public side, try to distance yourself. I know many people may think that, when it comes down to, anxiety and everything, that we are being rude and everything else, but we're not. We're trying our best to cope with our everyday strategies, how to go about our every, situation we go through. We can then retreat to going to a quieter or more secluded place that can help us to keep calm and refocus. We may also need to feel more relaxed in an area that has no much noise and excessiveness of that noise with that commotion and busyness and chaos. We need to remind ourselves, however, we're having a panic attack. It may sound counterintuitive, but it can actually sometimes help to remind ourselves that when we're experiencing that panic attack at that given moment. During the moment of that panic attack, you may feel like you're going crazy, having a heart attack, or experiencing something else really catastrophic. Reminding ourselves it's just a panic attack and you're not in physical danger can help though. A panic attack is a mental health issue. It's all based on our mindset, obviously how we're wired. Obviously, everybody, like I said, everybody has this kind of thing about the stereotyping about mental health issues that, we're crazy, or it's all in your head, you're just making it up or whatever, but only we know for ourselves, obviously. While they can be scary, panic attacks are really physically dangerous, however, and they will not cause you to pass out or to have a heart attack like you may have been thinking. Just remind yourself gently that of your thoughts and feelings that are symptoms of a panic attack, like a cough is a symptom of a cold, to put it nicely, to illustrate clearly. This may help you to tune out any irrational thoughts that is associated with your panic attack when they occur. Number 2 of this, try radical acceptance. This is a form of cognitive behavioral therapy technique that has been used in the concept from Zen Buddhism and has been considered acceptable or an acceptance of a skill that we can work and improve on ourselves. When we fight it or struggle against a panic attack, it only makes the attack worse, however. Radical acceptance asks you to accept your anxiety and work with it instead of using your energy to fight against it. Because obviously in the times of our panic attacks, our fight, flight, fright responses will come into play, as well as our adrenaline and everything else with it. This doesn't mean you have to give it up altogether or you don't want to find solutions for your panic attacks. That's not the case. However, just to bear in mind, many people may think that, no way, Jose. What it means is, for what I'm saying here, is just to accept this. We need to accept the situation for what it is and what can be. Instead of thinking, oh no, I can feel a panic attack coming on, I'm going to freak out, this is awful. Try to think of another way to say it. Like, however, for example, okay, I'm having anxiety right now, as well as a panic attack. I'm not making a judgment about it. Oh no, this is awful. You're accepting the situation, obviously. Number 2, find a way to ground yourself. Many people feel dissociated from reality when experiencing panic attacks, however. You may feel disorientated and confused. Grounding yourself in the present moment can help. Grab onto something physical. Try running your fingers through your hair. You can also grab onto an object of some kind, like your cell phone or keys, or touch a doorknob or wall. Hold a pillow, stuffed animal, or bell. Place a cool cloth over your face. Ask yourself some questions. Name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, 3 things you can smell, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you like about yourself. Again, it's all about basically self-assurance, obviously, as well as that as listed above, the radical acceptance. Number 3, use ice cubes. The cool sensation of ice cubes can help distract you from the panic attack. If your brain has a physical sensation to focus on, you may come down a bit from that panic attack. Put an ice cube in a paper towel, hold it on your hand and wrist as long as you can. If you don't have any access to ice cubes, however, try something else cold. You can, for example, press a water bottle to your wrist and run your hands under cold water in a nearby sink. Number 4, breathe. Deep breathing can be very soothing and calming while experiencing a panic attack. Breathing can help you feel that you're in more control of the situation. For best results, breathe when you feel the panic attack building up. Breathing may not be as effective if you're in the middle of a panic attack. Put one hand on your upper chest, put the other hand upon your rib cage and stomach. This is your diaphragm, to clearly illustrate of what I'm saying to you all. Breathe so the hand on your diaphragm rises while the hand on your chest stays still. Take a deep breath, hold it for 5 seconds, and then exhale for 5 seconds. Or what I do is more than 5 seconds, I usually do it for 10. Last but not least, relax your muscles. As again, this is your muscle technique stuff. Your muscles might get tense during or just before the panic attack, however, try to relax your muscles, as this may help you to come down and feel in control. Close your eyes and focus on one muscle group at a time. For example, tense and release your toes, then your feet, then your legs, and so on, as I mentioned before in my other pieces. By the time you work your way up to your face muscles, you should be feeling calmer. So this basically quickly ends the first part of how to overcome panic attacks. Give me the delightful thumbs up for support, comment below if I've missed anything, or feel free to engage with me and others about how you guys deal with your panic attacks, of your technique. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Feel free to follow me on my social media sites that is listed below. Feel free to share these videos around to family and friends, because as I said, I want to create a mental health and awareness as well as some understanding for us all, regardless what it may be. So in all the do, guys, do what you love, love it.